As they will match up with the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
First carry for Samaje Perine across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Here we go.
Now Perine, and an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down, Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys that can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference. And now where does the ball get placed? At the 1-yard line. 1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it. Now Breeze. And this is incomplete. The veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone. You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Breeze. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Forbath, the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2. Shy of the 30. So out now come the Lions. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. On second down, here's Rudolph. The grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. On the ground, it's Reddick. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And that is incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Out to the flat for Reddick. Muscling free near the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now let's go.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. And he will have him in, Demaryius Thomas. Touchdown, Detroit! Demaryius Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Breeze. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here we go. Get set, get set.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Get set, get set.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
That's complete right around the 8. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Breeze now on third and goal. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Prater on to add the extra point. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, now Breeze. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. On first down, Breeze. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Here we go.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Here comes a first down throw for Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Breeze. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. He hits Reddick underneath. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Pirine. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Breeze now on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, here's Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Over the middle, complete. That's Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now Breeze. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
11.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They stopped them shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kerry Hyder able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Breeze now to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And Forbath will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. It's Pirine to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Rudolph throwing on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes.
They'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, The defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. "35 yards that time on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Packers get set to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, he picks up additional yardage after it.
And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with 1st downs on each play.
They'll run it with Williams. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Fighting through. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Down to the gun, Rudolph. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. first time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Rudolph on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They go back to Riddick. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Detroit! Blue 90!
Now Riddick. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a carry for Pirine. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. It's caught here by Adams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They go play action here on 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Graham. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
Here we go.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
21.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to air one out. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Forbath out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kenny Clark in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Bree's going to throw here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Forbath, the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Forbath out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And Detroit getting set to go now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Rudolph now to throw. He hits Baldwin right side. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Rudolph. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think